This is Elizabeth Paschal, and today we're going to look at how to create a minor and major incident with an MTSS Explorer ECATS. So I'll start by going to Class Tools and Report Incident. Once I click there, I'm going to make sure that our date is populated. I'm going to select the time of the incident, the location, which for our purposes today will be the classroom, the school, and you will see your school listed in the drop-down. Since I'm showing a demo, we're going to use the test school today, so I'll make my selection here. Ensure that my name is listed in the Reported By field, and we'll begin with a minor. I'm going to click the white plus sign next to Minor, managed by Teacher. Teacher assigns action and closes. You can see that I'll now select the incident type by clicking in the box next to the incident type. If I had a question about what that incident type definition was, I could hover over the blue question mark and it would give me a definition in a box. Once I've made my selection, I will scroll down and it's going to ask me if there was an allegation of bullying. If there is an allegation of bullying, I would click yes, and that would notify the appropriate staff so that they can follow up with the incident. For today's purposes, we'll mark no, and then I will enter my incident narrative in the box below. It's best to keep these brief. I will then select my student involved by clicking my student from the checklist. It's going to ask me for that student's role in the incident. For today's purposes, I will be marking offender, also selecting the student's motivation for the problem behavior, and selecting the action, which will be conference with the student. It will give me a space to enter action notes. And I also want to confirm that the date of the action is correct in this field, which it is. You can see that if I selected an action that had to do with a time limit, such as an after-school detention, it will have me specify the start date, end date, as well as the start time and end time. If I wanted to add multiple students to this incident, you can see that I could check and add this student as a victim or a witness as well. But for today's purposes, we will just be documenting the offender in this incident. As I scroll down, because I have marked minor, for office referral, you'll see that no is already checked here, as it is handled by the classroom teacher. I will then click Record Incident. In order to create a document of this incident, both for my records as the teacher and to possibly send home for the stakeholder to view, I'm going to click the black plus sign next to the student's name. And you'll see that I have several options here. One is to create a draft incident document, and one is to create a final incident document. For today's purposes, I will click Create Final Incident Document and finalize the incident by clicking this button at the bottom of the screen. Let's take a look at where the document lives within Easy. I can access it two ways. The first is to click in the green bar at the top of the screen, My Docs. And you can see that the incident is listed at the top of my document list as Student Incident Document in PDF format. If I click the link, it will load the PDF for me to print or keep for my records. You can also search the document under the student directly. I would search the student, click on that student's names, and select Documents from the blue bar up at the top. If I scroll down, you see the document is also listed under that student as a PDF. Let's now take a look at how to record a major incident with an EASY. I would enter a major the same way that I entered a minor by clicking on MTSS Explorer, selecting the student, reporting the incident, ensuring the date and time are correct, as well as the location, school, and the reported by field are also correct. The difference here is that I would click the white plus sign next to Major, Refer to Office, Admin assigns action, and closes. Just as we did with the minor, I will select the appropriate behavior for the incident, mark whether there was an allegation of bullying, and finish out the incident narrative. I would select the appropriate student from the drop-down list, denote their role in the incident, their motivation, and the action, as well as enter any action notes. I'll ensure that the date for the action has been filled out appropriately. And since this is a major incident, I will refer it to administration so that they can follow up with any actions or document creation by selecting my administrator here, which in this case would be our principal. After I've made that selection, I will record and refer the incident by clicking the button at the bottom of the screen. And I can return to Explorer knowing that that has been referred to administration appropriately. So thank you for tuning in to how to record a minor and major incident within MTSS Explorer ECATS.